Good afternoon, everybody. It is Sunday, July 15, 2018, at 1200 hours and 39 minutes. I just woke up. I just woke up out of a dream. I'm not going to really tell you what it's about because a lot of dreams I say, because I know people don't believe the dreams. I just wanted to say I titled this live and this recording Revelations. Through revelation, from the beginning of time, we always receive revelations. But based on our belief, that's how we receive the revelation. So if you receive in your belief from a prophet, you will standardize that revelation as greater from a what a person they call themselves a medium or a psychic. And you would downplay it and you would have understanding so great that you would downplay the person that won't call themselves a prophet. Well, Revelation has taught me words. Words, when people talk, I don't say nothing. That's how I learned how to respect people and their view. But when I speak now, and I would tell them I don't, and if I feel strongly, I say I don't know that like how you know it. How you know it is through a taught belief, and you only studying one book. You're not. You're studying, lying yourself. All you're going to do is just study one concept, a trick. So through revelations have taught me literally everything has been changed. Everything. They want to come up with these called butterfly effect, the Mandela effect, the Quagwilliam theorem, the laws, the rules, the order, the propaganda, the subliminal. There's MK mind control now. There's the Illuminati. We went from mafia to the Illuminati. They're not Illuminati, you're a mafia. If you look at the houses that we try to say is no such thing as vampires, they have the house of who? Westshire. Look up you can Wikipedia show you, and then you can go to the library. And I learned the books have changed. Who runs the show? We're not running the show. We're the common folk that is going to the library. That's what I say. I don't even in my reading and studying, my researching. I don't. It's still not 100%. This is how I look at life. Everything in life is true to me, what I can do and see. I do not follow the faction or the factor of belief. There is, to me, I do not believe in belief. If I cannot see, touch, hear it, if my senses cannot connect, even in through my revelation, I need a strong spirit vibration, wavelength frequency to tell me that this is positive or negative. Positive to me is what I can control. What in me, what I can do about my attitude, what I can do about my arm stand to my body, what I can do when I'm movement, involuntary or voluntary. But outside of me, that is the negative. I call it the void. I have no control over. Once I step outside of me, that's when I know there is wrong. And outside of my revelation, there is wrong. Because within me, I know I seek truth. Outside of me, do not always seek truth. We only seek what we want to connect to. Let me say it again. Outside of me, I seek truth. And within me, I know truth. But when you go further outside, so you leave your radius of who you are, you're going away from less and less and less truth. I don't care how many thousands of books you read. Do you believe all of those books? That's funny. You would know all them books are true. How do you know they're true? You are born. I am 35. I'm born in 1982. According to this earth, 2018 years. Just go by the calendar year. I want to just use. I'm not even going to use the AD and BC. All of the creation of time of man. Well, so since 1982 and before, I wasn't here. I was not spiritually here. I wasn't mentally, physically, emotionally here at all. So how I know that to be true? I still, besides studying and research, I still need some form of revelation. And if you do not receive, so that's why I will ask the person, what revelation besides your study and research have you received? Don't give me some generic. I am. Oh, well, I am too. The creator, but I am a God as well. I am part of the creation of the creator. So I am the image of and made from. That is that simple. I'm not going to play with your mind and talk about, well, brother, look at no. Sometimes, and there's some conversations or dialogue where I don't have parables. I'm not a parable person. He didn't make me in a parable. He made me complete. He made me whole. He made me established. He perfected me when he put me on the earth. I am not perfect outside of me, but within me, I am perfect, established, and whole. See, that's how I utilize, because I define what he was saying to us. We are the us, the people, the land. What was he saying? If his words is a sword, my words and my tongue is a sword as well. And I need other swords and tongues to sharpen. So I need a object to go against my tongue so I can sharpen. So it's good that we have opposition. If you didn't have an opponent, if you ain't have the opposite, how would you sharpen your tongue? How would you sharpen your sword? Good swords are dull through same movement. Through that's why it's being lackadaisical, being non. When you're just going to just go with the flow, you're comfortable. Them swords are not sharpened. I'm not saying go out there and create obstacles for yourself. You don't have to do none of that. I don't got to go put myself in a bad environment. Oh, trust and believe. This world was created before me. The iniquity was shaped and formed before me, or this earth, the sins, the curses, all you want to call it, was shaped before me. I don't have to create, form, or build nothing. All I do is work within me. So when it come, I can be sharpened. You know how I'm sharpened? Because imagine taking an object of the same caliber and put them together. They're not sharpening each other. They're dulling each other. It's gonna keep doing this. Now you don't hear no friction. Imagine something like then go shh, shh, shh. Put that against the surface. Go put an object against the surface that's not as sharp. See, and watch this. Don't they get sharper and they get hot? It causes friction. It causes heat. Two of the same object, you just going, oh, whatever. I'm just hitting. You're just causing pain, sores, hurt, scars for no apparent reason because you're not doing nothing for each other. The two objects is doing nothing for each other. So why would I be with an object that's doing nothing for me? Let alone, why would I be with a person? There we go. You say it was a liability. Everything you earn and work towards, do not give back. That's a liability. What's the expense? Everything you work for, you have to put out and keep giving, and there's no giving back. What is being rich and wealthy? Taking what you already have, putting more into it, and it's generating, it's coming back more and more and more. Easy. Revelation. So the revelation I received, that's to say all of that, is everything's changed. I'm literally looking at a word, and the word is queen. And the root sub word is queen is Gwen. Gwen mean white. Queen mean ruler of woman. So in Gwendolyn, so like to break down your name, Gwendolyn is white woman. And the Gwen part, you have to really look up these words. An original queen is spelled Quean. It meant slut. It meant a woman of no value. Just like the word nice mean foolish. That's why a woman should not be. So no women should not be with nice men because you are foolish. So they had understood the. See, we thought it was a concept, but it's an inception. What did they place in our mind? So if you keep telling me a word is wrong, place in my mind, I'm going to think the word is wrong, correct? But I know the word is right. So why would I keep saying the word wrong when I know the word is right? But they keep telling me the word is wrong, but I know the word is right. So why do I keep saying the word is wrong? Think about that. That's called trends. Look at translation, translation, transsexual, Sexual is the form of basic or the preference you're gonna what gender you were born genetically or your nucleus, not genetic, your nucleus, your center created you from. And as I'm created as a man. I have the man male seed, the chromosome, the nucleus of a man. But in the transsexual, they believe they should have been born a woman and they want to create the nucleus, the center, and they would never get it. And they start chopping off parts and adding on and augmenting. So you are in the trans. So you chopping off parts. That's what translation is doing. That's what's these revelations I'm getting to. This is what revelation is going to reveal to you. These words are being chopped off, added on to, telling them they're not the word, then saying this is the word, but the original word, there's no longer going to utilize that word. That's what trans is. It's the same exact what a transsexual person would do. It's not in the matrix. We're not in the stimulation. We're not in some great found order. We're in an order that they created. We're not in a great order, but this order is presented and is passed down. There we go. If they create an order long ago and they keep passing it down, so it enriches the ones that controls the order. And you have not yet seen me say a lot of words. Even when I just mentioned about how Illuminati, I didn't use a certain word. I'm not giving a race of people more and less credit of, have you not? I'm telling you how we're viewing. So this is the challenge of your mind. How do you view yourself? I'm not saying, I'm going to point, and I'm not saying either, people, that me being treated a certain way is not real. It is not here. It is not present. It is not in this era. I'm not saying that. I would never say that because that's a lie. Because I watched it work. See, within the works. See, I'm working my work. They working their work. They're knowing what they're coming with this, what they're coming from. So, but within experience, I know experience can change based on now. Now, see how the now work? How I view. I'm gonna base it on my character, my quality of me, my life, my know thyself. Who am I? It will change my experience at every step I take. That don't mean I have to say, I don't have to be a part of your group or team or say, you don't put it this way, young men and women that is watching this from 3, 8, 9, 10. Just because you're not okay, that don't mean you against. That don't mean that you hate. For my example, I do not support homosexuality. But that don't mean when I walk down the street and walk up to every gay man and say, you a homo. You ain't nothing. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to hurt you. I don't like you. I hate you. For no apparent reason. Never met this man from a can of paint, from a pea in a pot. Never seen that man before. So why would I hate him? And this is what you have to look at. If I'm doing that, I have to look at myself. Why I'm saying I'm hating a person or a man I never met before. I can give two damns about how his sexuality is, how he treat. So I can give a damn who he has sex with. I can give two damns. I don't even have to care about the man. But as I walk by him, if I have to interact, it's my response, my ability. That's the quality I have, the ability to do from, on, in, from, on, and to. I have the ability to. In this case, it's to. And the response, I can interact, my interaction with him, and my account ability. I don't have to even pay attention to his sexuality. He can say, you look good today. And I'm okay with myself and say, okay, thank you. I don't have to kill or hurt him. He can take me on which happened in the 90s, the Jenny Jones show, which created a lot of this civil war between our own people. We didn't even see it. We want to bring up all these effects, but we don't want to bring up the truth and logic. This man killed a man because he came on the show and said, I'm attracted to you and I like you. Okay. This is the funniest thing. This is why this was funny. That wasn't funny. Of what happened to that man. He killed that gay man, a homosexual man, the trans man. Why? I I'm not taking up. I'm asking you why. Since you want to say, and this is what I learned, black people, African Americans, only focus on African American. No, we see both sides. We see how the Nation of Islam, whether they come in to hurt people or not. There's a lot of people that just want to do business. How Russians, how the Germans. We know about the Holocaust. We know about the Armenians. We're not saying it don't exist, but I'm saying, look at me. Do you treat me for me, or do you treat me based on the color of our skin still? Do you love me based on me, or you still hate me because of what somebody else did for the color of the skin that hurt you with the same color of skin that you have that hurt you? But are you looking at me the same way? That's what we're talking about. See, nobody, I'm not scared. I'm going to say it like this. I'm not a Ray Lewis. I'm not a Louis Farrakhan. I'm calling out names. Y'all can not like me. Y'all come at me. Whatever you want to do. I'm not scared. I'm not a house nigga. I'm not a nigger. I'm not a hoodlum. I'm not a thug. I'm not part of no posse. I'm not part of a crew. I know that these people are if you join the Hall of Fame, you gotta act and be a certain way. I'm not part of the Hall of Fame. I got to kiss no ass all day. I don't have to align, even with the organization I am in. You can't fire me based on my view. We gonna go to war. See that war. So you want to go to war to violently hurt me. I want to go to war and let you know you cannot hurt me because I'm the only person that can hurt me. Oh, you fire me? Let's go. I know the law, baby. So bay, know what the word bay mean? B-E-Y. So I know the law. I've been through the law. It take time to maturate. That means to be mature in maturity to grow up. I don't call myself weak. I said I have right now the inability. That means I had it and I let it go and I didn't so much practice. Or that's like, wow, I didn't have that thought process. I didn't turn that knob. I didn't flick on that switch, that light bulb didn't pop up. Now I use the light bulb, go, oh, my halo didn't arrive yet. So no, I'm not that great in that area. And I will tell you. But I know I'm still going to compete just as good. I'm going to be your opponent. I'm going to compete. You see how I know they're compete, calm, OPP, OPPA. Op is no negative annotation. See, a lot of people can make conversations. They can renege, but I'm not. So I know what I'm talking about. So through revelation, well, all this is coming from, they're changing, forming, they're building. Just like you don't know, like the house of Wishar. So this is where religion started. You want to speak about your Christianity, your Nation of Islam. Where did it originate from? They've been digging up graves and they found men like Viking men that wore the jewelry, that wore the apparel of Vikings, and they had Allah in their burial. And a lot of their burial tombs that had the word Allah. Did you know that people that say Allah? No, you probably didn't know. Why don't you know that? I get revelations. So my revelations, I don't speak the revelation to a person. I just give heed, or like you say, give heed. Beware, caution, warning. We're coming into a time now. They're changing everything. You're going to go to read the book. They grabbed that book off the shelf and already replaced it. They working like clockwork. As fast as you work, they're working just as fast. You know why they're working faster? Because they're together. I don't have a brother I can literally, like my blood brother. I cannot go to him and just jumpstart right now. They can because from birth, they've been doing this. But let's go back for decades. Let's go back for centuries. Let's go back for thousands of years. They've been doing this with their families. We have yet to do that with our families. You're in the generation of finally you have doctors, teachers, and lawyers, or you just got a whole generation of lawyers. But that's it. You're not passing down no heritage. Why would I leave a picture of my mother and father on the wall if I didn't love them more than the heritage? So let's look at love and heritage. The love of a person is great. They will leave all type of pictures and miss that person. Leave put some love in that heritage. It's not even talking about income. It could be just the wealth of knowledge, the wealth of understanding, the riches of knowing that you didn't hurt me. You did the best by me. That's all I'm gonna leave. I'm not worried about how much money I left you. Because what I'm preparing myself for, you are okay. My child gonna be okay. People are like, you don't have it now. You just denied yourself. So I learned too, and then just re-edified. It was a supplication with my friend. Whatever I know is not there by myself, don't talk over it. I'm just gonna say this is going to be great in this area and leave it at that. But I'm gonna keep working on the area now that I can affect within myself, like my finances, my investments. So you call it an investment vehicle, just like you call it a relationship. It has to move forward. It's going in the direction, but which direction you want it to go in. Just like these revelations. So I can keep aligning and changing and telling people this is the truth. But it's nothing working because we're all still doing the same thing we was doing before. We should be on the part where forget boycotts because this is what they didn't have back then. That's why I say if you want to take a knee, cool. If you don't want to go to an event, cool. That don't change because you still got those other people. For you, why are you doing this? It's your why. What is your why now? Your who, what, where, why, and how. This part is the whoa. This is the why. Well, I choose to make this stand and declare a decree to loosen. This is what we call breaking the binding. It's not some voodoo or witchcraft, because all voodoo it's a religion, and witchcraft is which craft are you using? What word you use? And it's funny how you would say witchcraft and don't think about the other word. It's WITCH. They call that witch. Well, there's a word called WHICH. They don't have to now. I spoke about the words being read right to left. It's no more. We started doing it left to right in the English language, the sorcery. So the sorcery now, let's just put the words, let's change the words around. And I'm not going to listen. When my friend talk, I just listen. But then I go over and say what I say. And I just say we're connecting. I don't say we're agreeing because I have to agree first. Like you say God, I say creator. We're not agreeing. You calling him, his name is God. What's his name? You say God. Or you say, yeah, I say creator. No, not these three people are not agreeing. So how are we or disagreeing to disagree? See, I say, are we connecting? Yes, we're sitting in front of each other and we're talking, we're expounding and exalting. And people under the false notion is that I have to say the same thing as you. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't even agree with you. So I say, okay. And I just say, however you said it, I take the good out of it and say, okay, that's what I'm going to use. That's to me, that's called respecting your boundaries. I'm going to have to constantly say, no, that's not. So after a while, we get old. So after a while, it just shows me we're not taking part of the same conversation. Where dialogue is never going to reach each other. We're not coming to a grounds to understand. We just want to be understood. I'm doing that with you. That's when I'm not going to say nothing. But then when you have a question, I'm going to tell you, now I will expound and be like, no, I don't view it that way. You said it that way, but we meant it in a whole different way. And this is why. And all we're going to do now, we're going to agree to disagree. You have to hear me out and get my part to even agree. That's what I say. We have to connect first to agree. When you telling me this is it and that's all you're going to believe and you're not going to listen to the other person, you cannot never agree until you connect to understand, to listen to their conversation and dialogue, then to say, okay, that's where you're coming from. See if that even align to each other. And if it don't, then that's when you disagree. Sorry, I'm making too much sense here. That's gonna be my motto. Sorry, I'm making too much sense. That's the only time I apologize. I don't use unapologetic. Sorry, I'm making too much sense. See, this don't make sense because you never sat down for revelation of what you trust and believe in. You just follow. It became a tradition. It was like I'll say, it was fostered, it was nurtured, it was bred into us, and at one point it was beat into us. How next door you pray to the same God, and it's not a diss, and next door the person that's beating you praying to the same God. You know what he paying for? He was praying. They were praying for to keep you tame as docile as a horse and an animal, a lion or a sheep. But you praying next door, how can you be a better sheep to a wrong and bad person? Not me. I'm not praying for. I'm saying cover that man, because there's people out there that want to hurt him. I'm not praying for leaders and people around me to keep hurting me. I know that's hurting me. If you're gonna keep a whip on me, that's hurt. I'm saying remove that whip, remove that evil wickedness, that malice from his heart, his soul and mind. If you want to pray, that's the prayer you should have. If you want to meditate, that's the meditation you should have. There's other words used. It's a word I wanted to use, but it's not in my thoughts right now. It's going to come up. So this is what I received through revelation. It's not some order, or it's like by the books, by the number. It's an order and a way to go, because it's called organized. But that don't mean every step is going to be a set, what we call it, perfect. I'm made perfect. I don't expect you to see me as perfect. Because when I don't have high esteem of myself today, you would say, look at you, you always negative, you down. I'm not being negative. I'm working still within me. This is my esteem with myself. This is not being negative. That's how you said, if somebody just died and it wasn't your family member and you met a family member, you're not going to say, oh, everything's going to be okay. What? Hot? What? No, fool. Everything's going to be okay. Somebody just had death in their family or a close loved one. Everything is not okay right now. They just seen a death, fool. Why would you say that? So I know I get off topic too. I want to explain this. And I want to let people know I explain to let you know who I am. Because they say words don't mean a lot. Words do mean a lot. I'm not going to say I'm going to listen to half of what you say and then turn around and just watch your actions and don't put your actions with your words. If I tell you, maybe I will, and I say do not, and I will tell you, I'm saying maybe. I'm not saying yes or no. And then when you said, well, you made a promise. Wait, hold up. Stop. I just said maybe. That means give me time to see if I can do it. Especially if we got until November. And we in July right now. And we have until November. Most likely I'm not going to say yes or no. It's going to be I will say maybe. I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say maybe. Maybe when the time come, I can say yes. That's what maybe mean. To me, that's what it mean. I don't know how everybody was taught, how he was learnt. I say learnt because learnt can be spelled with a T. That means learnt. At the end of it, it's a T. The cross, it's a T. From side to side. That means I give way and say, I will accept it as it is. So through revelation, we should not accept a lot of the words and the things that happen in the world as is. I'm not going to accept as is that, this is an example, that my heart, and you can listen and read and believe and you can study that way for you, but for me, my heart is not wicked. I have the choice of how to utilize my heart each and every day of my life. Now I know how. So we got to get to the know how part. How do we know to do better? I'm going to go over that in another recording. But I'm here on Revelation. But this is what's been revealed to me. I am truth. I am success. And I am resolve or resolution. That's who I am. That's my revelation of me. Because I took the time out, I focused on my purpose, mission, and my position. I gave myself positive and good value, morals, and ethics with good affirmations, affirmment, and empowerments, with reinforcements. That's how I know who I am. I'm not going to allow somebody to come take that away. You can say how you want. You can talk how you want. But I know at the end of the day, if you say I'm going to go against you, you are my opponent, we're going to compete. But those are good words to go by because we can sharpen each other. We can get better. We can improve. What if I kept coming at you with the same move and beat you with the same move every? And I mean, when I beat you, I don't mean I overtook you. I mean, I moved you to the next spot. Why? Because I was practicing. This is my talent. This is my gift. And you be like, how can you do this? And this is not your talent or gift. He never said that wasn't our talent or gift. He said, I'm just these, you're just stronger on this area. The creator would never say you're not able to do. When you concede the trick of giving up, conclude, give up, when you feel defeated, that's when you too that's when you too have been put into that place. You're no longer good. It was a word I wanted to just use, but it slipped my mind. That's not the word. When you defeat it, you giving up. You quit. There you go. You quit. You gave up. You didn't equip yourself. You quit. See how those words, start looking at that. That's how you know words been changed. That's how you know it's like, dang, why can't we just use the original word? Why we had to create a whole new language that will derive from Latin, from nous, from Saxon? Why was he or old language, basic English, simple language, simple words? Why is this so hard to learn and read? So I can use the word quit and put the word quit, like to put on, and quit is mean to give up. That means to take off. Revelation is like is right there within the words of Revelation. I don't have to really study. But if you're going to tell me, so if I'm utilizing all my words, I'm reading a word, I'm going to make sure within that word, and I try my best not to give way. I don't have a religious affiliation. I try not to discredit or to talk about how you believe because I'm here more of a challenge. That's why I came at you with revelation, because a revelation is stronger than a word. You get the word after the revelation. And this is me. This is my experience. What I trust in and believe and know of, I have got. I would rather receive the revelation first than the word. You know why? Because I am able to decipher now. Decipher, like you want to discredit or disappoint. Decipher the to take away of, because I made a place and point in time. I made a place and time, which I said this is how it was going to be. But then when it don't come that way, it became a dis. It's a taken away of. So we decipher this is how it's going to be. But I'd rather cipher or decipher how this was. That's why I'm able to say, well, that's not how it was. Why are you using it like that? It wasn't that way before. So as you keep doing your study, you got a path, you got a choice. You have to choose. You have to make a certain decision in your life each daily to say, this is how I'm going to be, this is how I'm going to work it. But then if you want to add some person to your life to have, or you're going to change your investment, then you got to make a compromise. You got to make a decision. You can't live by what was before. Because now we're in a modern day. What's passed away, that's the past. We're in the now and the present. That's the future. We haven't got there yet. But each minute that go by, so now if it's at 1,300 hours and 13 minutes, well, the future is 1,300 hours and 14 minutes. So the minute has went by. So now I have to say that went by already. I cannot take that back. But if you always work within, yes, you will be depressed. Yes, you will claim some disorder. Yes, you will claim a symptom. Yes, you will have to take these medicines. But that's the place. They call it a placebo. They put you in a place and tell you that's what it is. And I tell you that's not. And I was like, I don't use that. That is not my illness. That's not my element. That is already here before me. It tried to connect and align and attach itself. And I told them no. But I said, but one thing you cannot really take away, it will hit you. That's why I'm coughing. That's why I do sneeze. Because it hit me. It came near me. I'm not saying it's not able to. You would never be able to avoid all things. Because all things are already here. What is new? Nothing. Not one thing is new on this earth. Somehow we think we was taught. And see, that's the revelation. No, I'd rather have the revelation before I have the word. I'd rather understand where it came from than have it. That's just me. Yes, if I'm gonna live my life with a person or have friends or be around people, I would like to know where you came from. I'm not judging by your past because in my now and my present will affect my future. See, all three is going to work together for the better of the good. So look at yourself daily. Do what you have to do. Do it for you. And within that revelation you get, take heed to it. Really utilize that revelation. And right now we are in the era. See how the word era, ERA to ERROR, in the times where anything flies, anything goes. You can do this, you can do that. What type of person are you? You don't even describe who you are. You bringing up what material you have, what superficial lifestyle you have to describe you first, or what don't even matter. I don't care if you have kids or not. If that's the way you describe you, but if you're going to use that as your quality, say it in an uplifting manner of yourself. If that's uplifting to you, cool. But it's not uplifting to people around you. So I want to display myself. I want to be uplifting. So I whether or not enter areas of my life where the ability is not fully mature yet. That's just me. So try to be a better you at all times. If you don't want to be a better you, don't be a better you. You don't have to listen to nothing I say, but at least challenge yourself to be better. Don't say you just better and there's no challenge. What like you say I'm a better person today, but don't get me mad. You're not better because you just literally told me how to get to you. So I'm gotta figure out to get you. I gotta know what button. I gotta know what to do to get you mad. But if you was better, and this is not to say, well, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just gonna use logic and revelation and be like, that's not better because that's not even because I looked at myself and said that's not better. If one person can get you mad, the way that's going to get you out of who you are, you're not doing better. Point blank. Now, I don't care what logic or whoever taught you was telling you, you don't can't control me. People telling you what to do. Well, if you want to get that way, then so be it. Don't do nothing. You got a job because you listened to somebody. You made it to because you heard somebody. You watched somebody become a certain way. You give honor to that. Whatever that person did, you ain't just come out of the books. But I know for myself, a woman tried to argue with me on social media when I had Facebook 10 years, 10, 11, 12 years ago. And she was like, you don't look up to nobody. I was like, she's like, some stat. And I was like, I don't look up to nobody. I respect people. So when I'm respecting people, I'm very okay. I don't look up to really people because a person can say one thing and do the exact opposite. I'm not going to say one thing, do the exact. If I say I'm working on myself for better and improve, that's what I'm literally doing. I don't know the speed you want me to work at it at, but that's what I'm doing. I'm working on myself. So it's your choice. It's your path. It's your journey. You have to choose wisely. You have to see what's best for you. But on that path, know there's obstacles. There's going to be trials. There's going to be tests. And it's not meant for you to get 100 at, to be perfect at. It's just meant for you to know this will happen. But how do you come out on the other side? Shalom, my brothers and sisters. You have a good day and you do well. Be great and stay hydrated this summer. Be safe and do what you have to do.